Hey everybody, it's Vitali here at Red Barn Productions, and I'm going to address the mix challenge between myself and RealHomeRecording.com. Bring this up right quick. Not sure why it's doing that, but there we go. He had accepted it and then came back and added a bunch of stipulations after the fact, which that's this right here. It's on Mix Wars Challenge accepted, and we went through that in Mix Wars episode 3. I responded. That was a little over a day ago now, and I haven't heard anything back. I immediately put up episode 3, and then after I made the video, I got to thinking about it, and I went back in the video description and made some edits and give him a bunch of concessions. One, I conceded that no sample replacement. Okay, I agree. Oh, we can do that. And two, I agreed that if the original track I chose would not work, 44 stems, then 30 tracks or less it would be, and I would go to the site that he chose, which was the Cambridge site. We covered that in a previous video. And I would select a track from there. I'll even use the free version of the Ulian loudness meter, even though most of the features are locked out unless you buy the pro version. I've pretty well given him everything that he's asked for. The one thing I did not give him is no auto-tune or pitch correction. Everything else I've conceded and given him, and I have not heard a reply. Well, it leads me to believe that he's no longer interested in the mix challenge. But I'm going to call it like I see it. He put this video up after episode 3 and everything else, and I still have not heard back from him. So I'm going to address this to you while we've got this video up. You made this video. Send me honest feedback. And you asked about your appearance and this, that, and the other, and I'm gonna save you a lot of trouble and heartache. Do not ask social media about your appearance or anything else like that. Just be yourself. Be your normal, everyday self, and don't worry about it. And because I'm gonna tell you something, social media can be a cruel place. You're gonna always have some loyal fans that love you just the way you are, and then you're gonna have those others that are small-minded and petty. And the first thing they're gonna do is attack you on something that they think will bother you. And I say this from experience, because the first thing they do if they disagree with me or don't like something I've said or whatever is they make fun of my teeth. And my teeth are the way they are for a reason. It's a different story, and it's a story for another day. But you know what? I just don't let it get to me, because it just shows me how small-minded and petty they are. I would love to have big old nice white pearly white teeth and all that, but I don't have another 30 grand to spend on my teeth. And while we're on the subject of good, honest feedback, pertaining to music and stuff, and your mixes, yes, you should always be open to receiving feedback. You may not always like it, some of it, but you have to consider the source every single time. Because here's a couple examples. They may say, "Oh, your kick's too loud," or that it's got too much bottom end. And maybe it does, but it can also be that their subs turned up and it's not in balance with their mids and their highs. I've had that happen. Uh, Here's another example. This one actually happened to me not too long ago. I worked on a mix for a local artist. I actually recorded it, and it was sounding great here in the studio, sounding great in our old Expedition and my Kia Soul that I had. And he come out and he put the CD in the car, and he come back in. He goes, "Oh, that sounds horrible. That's horrible." I'm like, "Well, that's strange. It sounds good in here, and it sounds good in both my vehicles. Let's go out to your car and listen to it." And we get out to the car, and he turns it on and everything. And sure enough, it sounds horrible. But I got to looking at a stereo, and somebody had turned the bass completely off and the treble wide open. So all he had was his highs. So I set the bass and treble back to infinity, and it sounded wonderful. So keep that in mind when people are criticizing your mix. Most of the time you don't know what they're actually listening on. They could be listening on a set of earbuds, a cell phone. You just don't know. So you have to be confident and stand by your work. And the way I do that is I've got a real nice system here in the shack, and then I check it in. We've got an old 2002 Ford Expedition, and I had a real nice Kia Soul, and I would check it. I don't necessarily do separate mixes for cell phones and all that. I just don't. But I will check them from time to time and get me a set of earbuds or something, and okay, that sounds okay. But I'm not gonna do different mixes for every kind of device there is out there. I'm just not. And that's, just keep in mind, consider the source. But I am going to come back and address the elephant in the room. You have not answered me on the mix challenge, even though you've had plenty of time. In fact, you had so much time that you've made this video and a couple of others, well, this one and one more, but you haven't answered me, which leads me to believe that you're wanting to bow out or not participate. And hey, if you don't want to, that's fine. Just bow out. Let me know. No harm, no foul. But if I haven't heard from you by Sunday night, tonight, I'm going to assume that you have bowed out. And I'm going to wish you all the best. This is Vitaly here at Red Barn Productions. And you have an awesome weekend.